Today we are going to be reacting to this guy that claims that his heart is outside of his body and that he once lost it. Coming up. What is up, you gorgeous human being? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Faisal, and today we're gonna be checking out an animated story of this guy claiming that his heart is outside of his body and that he once lost it. My name is Faisal. Stay tuned. If you want to, you guys can go ahead and follow me over on my Instagram or my TikTok. Both are fun. And let's go ahead and check out today's video. If you enjoyed this video, drop me a huge thumbs up, consider subscribing, and let's check out today's video.
Hi, my name is Albert, and I'm 29
Hello,
years old.
Albert. Let's see
Have
what you have to say.
Something? I have.
A lot.
For a new heart. You'll be surprised at the number of people in America who are in a similar position. There are currently 121,000 people on the waiting list for a heart transplantation. There's not much chance of getting it, so I graduated.
Okay, first of all, that is a lot of people waiting for a heart. And I'm pretty sure that's like the entire population of the United States. Fact check me on that, but like that is a lot of people.
From college ahead of schedule and devoted myself completely to medicine. I wanted to help people like me, but my heart gave out.
Okay,
and on
okay,
March
that's
the
obvious.
12th, 2019, it stopped beating. Yet, I survived. Since my youth, I had had health problems. I often felt pains in my chest and struggled to breathe. Doctors told me that I had cardiomyopathy, a disease of the main muscle in the heart, myocardium.
That's cat.
As my heart weakened,
Your heart
it became
stopped,
more
yet you're
apparent
still
that
living.
I needed a transplant. And so, I joined a very long line. While I was waiting, I was given this, a mechanical heart. I needed to carry it around with me in a backpack, always.
Okay. Someone needs to fact check that. Is that a real thing? Can your heart be outside of your body? And apparently it only weighs 12 pounds?
So it weighs 12 pounds. Just imagine, my whole life depended on a device that was outside my body. It could act as a real heart for several years, allowing some device that was outside my...
That thing, it could be real, it could be not. It's giving... I don't know what the fuck I am. But, okay. Cardiomyopathy. If it is a real thing, I'm so sorry. Did not know that. Educate me on that. It's just weird. First of all, your heart is out of your body. Second of all, you have to carry it around with you in a backpack. And it weighs 12 pounds. And third of all, no.
My body. It could act as a real heart for several years, allowing someone to be able to wait for a real heart. I have a lot of limitations. For example, I can't walk for a long time, I can't take a bath, and I can't sleep on my back. But such a heart is a miracle for me.
Okay.
Even if...
Let's go back. He can't do what?
Heart. I have a lot of limitations. For example, I can't walk for a long time,
Okay.
I can't take a bath, and I can't sleep on my back. But such a heart is a miracle for me, even if it's not forever. I'm still
Well, I
waiting
guess you
for
could
a
always
heart
use the
transplant,
cloth.
but the queue is almost at a standstill. There are still 50 people ahead of me. For diagnosis, I have often had to go to the hospital. On one of these trips, I met a nurse, Sophie, and I suggested we share a lemonade sometime. We had so much in common. We talked and laughed about our favorite Netflix series. It was a strange sensation, as if she were my soulmate. Have you ever felt like this? Once, when I was being examined, Sophie came to me. She touched me, and my artificial heart began to beat so quickly that it almost jumped out of my backpack. I blushed with embarrassment, but Sophie just smiled. When I left the doctor, she told me...
Can we just imagine that for a second? Please. You have a mechanical heart. Someone comes and touches you and that thing just goes...
that her heart also beat faster when around me. That was my hint. She liked me. We began to meet in the evenings in the hospital and talked. We felt good together, but I felt like a freak, always dragging my heart along with me and ever ready to recharge it.
She wouldn't have connected with you if that was something she cared about.
Like me? I'd rather ignore both mine and her feelings. I couldn't have a relationship. In order to not think about Sophie, I threw myself headfirst into my work. I devoted myself to the study of artificial hearts in order to design and create an artificial heart that could serve an entire life. Imagine how many people I would save, including myself. In general, I devoted myself to my work and tried to come to the hospital when Sophie wouldn't be there. Sometimes, when I saw her in the hallway, I hid. I was, however, getting worse. The queue for transplants was getting shorter, but the days were flying faster as well. Should I not have tried? Was I not justified in the attempt? I couldn't wait for a heart transplant. I felt that my time was short. I was short of breath at even small physical exertions, and I would sweat terrible cold sweats. How would you feel if your heart, your whole life, depended on a piece of iron that you carried with you? I came to the
A piece
hospital
of
that day,
iron.
but not
A, a piece of iron. I'm I'm uneducated. Educate me on this topic. I don't know how a heart could function if it's outside of your body. First of all, I don't even know how he survived if he says that his heart stopped beating. Okay.
to be examined. I wanted to say goodbye to Sophie. I understood that there was very little time left for my artificial heart. My hands dropped. There wasn't any hope anymore. Sophie
Okay,
came.
because
I
he
said
said
my
something about
goodbyes,
it only
and she
lasting
began to
one
cry.
year
It hurt me. I mean, it
or a
really
certain
hurt.
amount of
Even
time.
though my heart was outside my body, it was filled with love for Sophie. Then everything began to spin before my eyes. I tried to shout out, but lost consciousness, and everything went black. I woke up in a hospital bed. My backpack was lying nearby and emitted rhythmic tapping. Everything was fine. It turned out this was not to be my end, but there had been a massive strain on my heart. The doctors advised bed rest at the hospital as my condition was still unstable. My mechanical heart would too soon be in a critical condition. The fact that I had to lie in bed was bad, but I thought that, at least, I would spend my last days with Sophie. But for some reason,
Can't
she
they
did
just
not
like
come.
replace the heart inside the backpack with a new heart? And then that heart could like work for another year that could bring him closer to finding an actual like donor to like surgically put it in.
She did not come the next day. My condition
That's a
worsened
Rolls
and I wasn't
Royce.
allowed to get out of bed. But I only had one thought. Where was she? Maybe she took a
Sophie's
vacation
gone.
because it was hard for her to say goodbye to me. Perhaps. My pain and shortness of breath was intensifying. I no longer asked the doctor anything. I already knew that my end was soon.
It this whole story could go both ways. His heart could have like actually been close to expiration date basically, or they're gonna play the card of, oh, he was so emotional that he died.
Suddenly, a joyful doctor burst into my room. You're saved, he said. You will have a new heart
Please.
today.
New doctor. No doctor
I
says
couldn't
that.
even say thank you. Tears of happiness poured from my eyes. I could live a normal life. Sophie, wait for me. The operation was a success.
Sophie's
A
either
real
gone,
human heart was
fired
beating
on a
inside of
vacation,
me.
or she
I
died.
no longer needed a mechanical one. It feels weird for me to be without a backpack or my batteries.
But
The
it does
first
feel
thing I thought
nice,
about
don't
once I
it?
had recovered was finding Sophie and telling her everything. But the
Sophie's
doctor
not gonna
asked
be
me to
there.
stay calm and recuperate a while longer. I had to remain in the hospital. Only when I was
Sophie died.
discharged did they give me a letter from my
I'm
donor.
team Sophie died. Sophie
It
died.
turned out my new heart was female. My female donor wrote, Dear friend, I have decided to donate my heart for transplantation after meeting a man who became very close to me. He had the exact same problem as you do. I wished I could have given my heart to him. I hope it lasts you a long time. Take care of it.
Is it
The letter was
Sophie?
signed. The name,
Sophie.
Sophie. I went out into the corridor and stopped a passing nurse. I wanted her to tell me where Sophie was. But when she heard her name, the nurse began to sob. It turns out that a few weeks ago there was a terrible accident with Sophie. It is her heart that is now beating in my chest. Without knowing it, she saved me. Now we are inseparable. Would you sacrifice your
Okay,
heart for
wow.
another? Tell us in the comments below. And remember to like and subscribe to our channel.
Okay, I want to cry, but I can't. My foundation costs $45. Okay. That definitely didn't go as I expected it to go. They did surprise me with this one. Wow. I'm just gonna end the video here. If you liked it, please be sure to drop me a huge thumbs up down below. Subscribe for more of these videos, and I will see you guys in the next video. Hugs. Bye.